People are still trickling in here, but that's okay. We can go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to see everyone today. Please feel free to ask any questions in the chat that you have while I'm teaching, and then after I'm teaching, we can all hop on camera and have a Q&A, and it'll be a whole fun situation. But let's get into it. Okay. So I'm going to start us off with a meditation this time, just to get everyone relaxed and ready. I love a good meditation to just remind myself to stop clenching my jaw. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay, everyone get comfortable and let your shoulders drop. Good. Go ahead and close your eyes. Unclench your jaw. And let your breath slow down. Good. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And an exhale through your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Good. Now I want you to imagine a beam of pure gold energy pouring straight down from God's source universe, whatever word resonates with you. This light is starting to enter through the crown of your head, and it's making its way down, moving down your face, your throat, your chest, your stomach, your legs, your feet, filling every cell with clarity, truth, and power. Good. And now we're going to see the pink energy rising from the core of the earth. And this is grounding, unconditional support, and safety. And you're going to see it move up through the soles of your feet, through your legs, your torso, your heart, your throat, and up to the crown. Good. Now let the gold and pink blend together in your body. Your entire creator field is lighting up with this combination of power, softness, clarity, and support. Good. And now I want everyone to bring their awareness to their heart. And we're going to visualize our heart center opening. So I want you to visualize a green screen in front of your heart, and it's being pulled wide open, stretching, expanding, and widening until it reaches as far as your eyes can see. Your heart isn't just opening, it's expanding your entire capacity to receive, to heal, to reprogram, and to shift. And let's keep it stretching past your body, past the room you're in, and past what you thought was possible. Good. Feel the spaciousness, the openness, and feel how safe it is to be this version of you. Good. Now I want you to take one more breath into your heart and inhale and exhale, letting your whole field anchor into this new space. And when you're ready, slowly come back into your body, knowing you get to stay connected to this energy for the entire duration of this workshop. Good. You can go ahead and open your eyes. How's everyone feeling? I definitely feel more relaxed. Sometimes when I start talking, or like I was working, like doing back-end computer work before this, and I feel like my shoulders are up to here. I'm like, I gotta relax. This is too much. Anyways, welcome everyone. I'm so excited to have you here. Oh yay, I'm glad you feel expansive. Feel free to drop any questions that you have. I think I've already said this into the chat, and then we'll do a massive Q&A at the end. So anyways, I'm so happy you guys are all here. Let's get into self-image behind motherhood. So when I had Tatum, I was still in the corporate world. I thought I had been convinced, right, that being a good mom meant holding it all, the career, the home, the relationship, and doing it perfectly. And God forbid I received any help. Like, I could not receive help. It just wasn't the era I was in. I was exhausted, but I wore that exhaustion like it was proof that I was doing enough. And one morning, as I was leaving, I was getting Tate ready, she grabbed her little toy phone and said, "Hold on, I'm busy." And I was like, oh shit, like she's not only copying my actions, she was copying my energy and my baseline of like how I was acting around her, like quite frequently around in the house. And I was like, oof, that was a moment that really stopped me cold. She was again copying my actions, she was copying my energy. And I realized that the way I saw myself, constantly behind, constantly proving, was what she was like learning to rehearse. And that day I decided, okay, this pattern, it's got to end with me. Our kids don't grow up inside our words, right? They don't necessarily listen to what you say. They grow up inside our energy. And that energy is built behind our self-image. Now, I know not everyone here has children. It's okay. Everything can still be applied to your life. My examples will be about like motherhood and kids, but everything still applies to everyone. So you're fine. And if you're not a mom yet and you're going to be one in the future, you're just setting yourself up to be thriving in the future. So I love that for you. So self-image, let's get into like what it actually is. Self-image is the internal picture you hold about who you are, what you're capable of, and how you believe others see you. So it's not personality, it's not self-love, it's the identity that your brain and your creator field run on autopilot. So here's what that looks like scientifically. Your brain fires thoughts, your body feels the emotions, you repeat them, your cerebellum stores them as identity, and now your creator field mirrors that identity outward. Paget, you have a visible aura around you. So there's the camera. Oh, do I? I don't know. I don't see it on my end, so maybe it is my aura. Maybe I'm just nice and bright today. I love that. I do also have a light in front of me, so it could be that, but I'm going to say it's my aura. I'm going to go with that today. So, again, now the creator field mirrors that identity outward. If the inner picture is saying, I'm not enough, your field organizes experience to prove it true to your brain. But on the flip, if the picture says, I'm magnetic, your field brings evidence of that instead. So what I just described is the law of correspondence. As within, so without. So your entire reality can only reflect your inner image. So when you hold a low self-image, your entire life bends to match it, including your kids' energy. So when you heal your self-image, you're quite literally healing your lineage. Like, this is how you start to heal generational trauma, which is really cool. Because think about it, sometimes when you're born, we don't realize it until we're older, but we have all these like fears and like thoughts, and like really they're never our own. We took on as a child. Our brains are like sponges. We took on everyone else's beliefs around us, and we plug that in as true. It's not necessarily true. It's just what we saw in our environment and plug that in as normal. So anyways, here's how it gets programmed. So let's talk about how that picture gets installed in the brain. So you think a thought in your neocortex, you attach an emotion with your limbic system, and you repeat it until your cerebellum memorizes it as, this is who we are. Okay? So here's where motherhood comes in. Your kids' mirror neurons literally copy your emotional baseline. So they don't need you to hear, or they don't need to hear you say, I'm stressed. They feel it, right? Like, have you ever, and this, take kids out of it, have you ever been at home or at work or something and someone walks in and they're mad and you immediately feel it, right? Like, you're like, oh God, I don't know what they're angry at, I don't know what they're upset at, but you just feel it in your chest. Same thing. Kids just take it to another level. Like, they're not only feeling anger, they're feeling stress. They feel happiness and things like that too, but for the sake of the lesson, we're going to focus on like stress and things like that. But they calibrate to your frequency, and that becomes their normal. So again, that's how generational patterns are formed, not necessarily from DNA, but from energetic repetition. So personally, my family's self-image programming that I received, wasn't great. I'm sure you guys have heard me say it thousands of times, but I learned firsthand from my grandmother. I would watch her pick herself apart in the mirror, right? Like, her body, her choices, her worth. Nothing she did was ever enough. Like, you could not convince this woman that anything about her was good enough. But as a little girl, I watched that and I absorbed it and I took it on like oxygen, right? Like, this is how women talk to themselves. Like, I didn't know any different. I didn't have another example in my life that proved different to my brain. And then I had my mother, who her self-love was so low. So she was depleted, running on fumes. doing everything for everyone else, but never herself. She was miserable. She carried her, like, the whole world on her shoulders. And I grew up thinking that was love. Like, oh, that's just normal. That's what the moms do. That's what everyone does. And then I had my friends' moms who did the same thing. So you see what I'm saying, right? It's a whole situation that was just in my environment. Now, on a positive side, it taught me why I don't want to be that kind of mom, right? It taught me a lot. And now here I'm teaching you guys. So there's always a pro and a con. But so when I became a mom, I didn't question it, right? I thought exhaustion was normal. I thought being the last priority was me being a good mom. It's like, oh, I'm just such a great mom. The last priority. I never have any time for myself. I'm such a great mom. And that's how generational self-image gets passed down. It's through modeling, right? But the truth is, those programs aren't ours to carry. They were created in a different time by women doing their best to survive. And now we get to come and we get to reprogram it so that our children don't have to experience that. We get to be the ones that say, hey, this shit stops with me. And we get to give them a new reality, which is really fucking cool. Like, Tate's childhood, I wish I had Tate's childhood. Like, that kid has the most fun. She's thriving. I'm like, wow. But it also, right, such a testament to my growth, because if I would have stayed in a low self-image state and never healed that, I don't think I would have had the capacity to give that to her, right? Because I would have been running on fumes. I would have had such a low self-image, and I wouldn't have had the confidence to even be online doing these things. So there are a few, with what I just explained, universal laws at work. So there are 3 universal laws that explain exactly what's happening. So we have one, which I've already briefly mentioned, the law of correspondence. Your outer world reflects your inner world. Then we have the law of vibration. Your emotional frequency determines what your field transmits. And then we have the law of cause and effect, which identity is the cause, experience is the effect. So when you shift your self-image, your frequency rises, your field reorganizes everything around it. That's when you start to notice people treat you differently, when you finally believe your worth, because you're no longer a match for that old reflection. How's this landing so far with everyone? Good? Okay. Need a water break. You guys, I was down bad with the detox this week. I had to cancel my whole day Monday and Tuesday. Thank God I was better on Wednesday. I'm like, I can't be canceling everything. But anyways. Okay. Now we're going to do a full visualization experience. So we're going to do another quick meditation, but we're going to move this from our mind into our body. So everyone go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to put your hand on your heart and one on your womb. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Okay. Step 1, we're focusing on our lineage. So I want you to visualize your mom, your grandma, your great-grandma, generations of women holding the weight, standing behind you. See their faces. You can feel the love in their hearts and the exhaustion in their bodies. They were strong, but they were surviving. And I want you to whisper in your head, you did your best, but this ends with me. Good. Step 2, we're going to visualize the old you. Now, I want you to see yourself, the version of you who thought she had to hold it all. See her pace, her shoulders, her eyes. And I want you to tell her, you're not broken. You were just simply rehearsing someone else's program. Let her step aside and fade away. Good. Now we're adding in a new image. In front of you, I want you to visualize a mirror appearing. This mirror doesn't show your reflection, it shows your self-image. At first, it may be a bit foggy, but take a deep breath. Exhale, and watch the fog clear. See the woman standing there. She's grounded, she's radiant, she's soft but powerful. Her field glows pink, gold, expansive magnetic energy. Now I want you to visualize your child walk into the room with you. If you don't have a child, that's okay. Visualize your future child. They look up at her, at you. Their body relaxes. Their nervous system calibrates to your peace. Their energy now says, this is what safety feels like. Good. And I want you to whisper to yourself, I am the woman my children are learning from. I am safe to be seen as powerful. My healed self-image becomes their foundation. Good. Go ahead and take another inhale. And exhale. And let that identity anchor into your cells. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Good. So, excuse me, the science behind what we just did. What you just did was not imagination, it was a form of reprogramming. Your visual cortex processes images faster than logic. When you emotionally connect to a new picture of yourself, your brain doesn't know it's a visualization, and it starts rewiring it as a memory, which is really fucking cool. And because emotion plus repetition equals new neural pathway, you just began creating a new identity circuit. But here's where most people stop. They think that visualization is going to heal everything for them. In order to keep this going, to keep the neural pathway alive, we have to add in, yay, I'm glad you like it, Marissa, a neural, hold on. We have to add in an energetic ingredient. Sorry. You guys, my brain's all over the place today. To keep it alive. So I'm going to give you guys an emotional ingredient. So every identity needs an emotional anchor. A simple energetic ingredient your brain can repeat until it becomes a habit. Now, if you're a mom, this is going to be your ingredient. First name, you are the best mom. If you're not a mom, hold on, I'm going to channel a separate one for you. First name. Sorry, I'm reading the collective. Like, what does everyone need today? First name, you are valuable just as you are. Now, moms, you can also use that one as well. But if you're not a mom, it's kind of hard to prove to your brain that you're the best mom when you don't necessarily have a kid yet. So that's why you guys get two. But examples for first name, you're the best mom, could be you made a decision that felt right for you, for your kids, even if it didn't please everyone. Your kids are fed, loved, and safe in your energy. You took a break instead of forcing yourself, showing them rest is allowed. And then some examples for you're valuable just the way you are. Connect to the energy that you bring or that people get just being in your energy. So for example, when I'm just sitting on my couch doing absolutely nothing, Tatum feels safe in my energy, right? I'm very nurturing, so it brings her a safe energy. Now, I'm not opening my mouth, I'm not doing anything, but she feels that by me just being there. So I'll challenge you to think of the energy that you bring to people, even if it's not children. It could be your partner, your parents, your friends, whatever. Think of an energy that you bring to them and then plug it into you're valuable just for existing. You're giving them that by just simply sitting there because that energy is radiating off you. Let me know if this is landing. I want to make sure I explain it really well. Okay, perfect. Okay, so when you clock these micro moments, your brain collects proof. What the proof does is it starts to rewire the neurons faster than any affirmation ever could. This is why affirmations don't work, because you're telling yourself, I'm hot and sexy, I'm hot and sexy, and your subconscious is going, no, you're not, no, you're not. But if you can plug in an emotion and you can emotionally connect to why you are these things, that's when you start to rewire and shift it. You're teaching your subconscious, this is who we are now. So for the next at least 24 hours, I'm going to challenge everyone. Every time you see your reflection in the mirror, I want you to whisper your ingredient. I'm the best mom because my kids are learning safety through me. I am valuable for simply existing because I make everyone feel so safe and secure in my energy. Now, in order to fully reprogram this belief, it isn't going to happen after just one time of clocking these moments, unfortunately. This is something you need to connect to daily for about 4 to 6 weeks to get the full rewiring situation. But you will know when it's fully shifted because you will feel lighter, you will feel happier, you will be less hard on yourself, and you're going to have that click of like, aha, I understand. How many times throughout the day? At least one time a day. If you want to reprogram it quicker, I would challenge you to 2 or 3 times a day. But if you're like, hey, I can do it a good one time, let's do it one time, you know? Oh, there we go. I'm so ADD, guys. I'm like, where did I leave off? The emotional evidence is what creates a non-declarative memory, meaning your brain starts believing it automatically. It's just who you are after that. So our goal is always to create the non-declarative memory. Now, I know it's easier said than done. Again, it takes a few weeks to fully reprogram, but I'm telling you guys, you are going to have the click moment, and I want you guys to DM me and be like, oh my God, I had my click moment. Let me know how it feels. Okay, cool. You guys, ever since I've been pregnant, I'm like slamming water, which I know you need more water because obviously you're growing a human, but I'm like, this is like an ungodly amount of water. I don't know. This should be studied. Anyways. Okay, you guys. I could literally talk your ear off all day long. There's so much more I could dive into this. How to reprogram the subconscious, how to use emotional ingredients to rewire neural loops permanently, how to shift the creator field, like the list goes on. I'm such a nerd when it comes to this stuff, but I love it. But let's end here for today so we can really like soak this in. And then we're going to have another live, and I need to the holidays are really messing up my schedule. I'd like to do it every 2 weeks, but now I've got to reassess my schedule because, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up. Like, I'm excited for the holidays. I'm being dramatic, but it's just messing up my schedule. So be on the lookout for an email and Instagram post. But inside MILFU, I know it's not open yet, but I just wanted to touch on this. Like, inside MILFU, we take this work deeper, rewiring the identity at the subconscious level, energetic and creator field. We remove inherited programs, install your new self-image, and make this your automatic baseline. That's why every client that takes MILFU says their life starts shifting before the course is even finished, because we go so fucking deep so quick. So when your energy moves first, everything else follows and falls into place. So if something finally clicked for you, this is your sign to keep going, keep doing the work. We call it a bamboo moment, right? Like you're doing a lot of work and it feels like nothing's working. And one day you wake up and it feels like everything clicks and you're like, oh my God, it makes so much sense now. And we love that moment. I always thought, I heard that for years. I've been doing this work for like 4 years now. And I had always heard that. And I'm like, that's so silly. What does that mean? And then it happened to me and I was like, oh my God, I understand. But anyways, I have an exciting Black Friday specials for you guys. You guys get to hear about it first. Well, Waitlist heard it first, but now you guys get to hear it second. Oh my gosh, Marissa, you had the moment of a couple days ago. I fucking love that. Yes, incredible. So I have 2 options. We have the Hot Mom Bundle. I named that on myself. This is my 3 most popular workshops bundled into one price. So it's Intuition 101, Rewrite Your Reality, and MILF Training Camp. These are 3 workshops that expand this exact work and will blow your mind. If you buy them separately, they're usually $199 each, but I've got all 3 bundled together for $184. Use code Black Friday. Let me drop the link for you guys just so... well, maybe. Link, where are you? Well, Hold on, guys. I thought I had it saved for easy access, and I was wrong. Okay. And then I have private one-on-one sessions are 20% off for Black Friday. This is where we get to work one-on-one and privately. I channel everything for you. We get down to your root energetic pattern and guide you through your personal creator field rewrite. We heal a shit ton of shit in short amount of time. That was a tongue twister. I didn't think that through before I said it. But anyway, these rarely go on sale. So take advantage of that if you are interested in that. But Black Friday ends on 12/1. And I've only got about 10 sessions left. The waitlist actually jumped and snagged a bunch of these, and I was shocked. So anyways, ending on the note of your kids don't need to be perfect. They don't need to see you be perfect. They just need to see you be seen. They need to see you with the high self-image, loving your life, and in turn, they will love their life as well. And when you change how you see yourself, you change what they believe is possible. And that's my favorite part. So anyways, let's get into questions, everyone. Patrick, I got into a problem with just once a day because I will feel like that for an hour and then go, oh yeah, totally. I have to shift my, or like when I'm really clocking ingredients and I'm really working on neural pathways, I have to do it 2 to 3 times a day to really see the shift. I personally, if I'm doing it once a day, I feel like it's not working. But if you're busy and all you can do is 1 time a day, let me tell you what, that's better than 0 times a day. So don't ever beat yourself up about it. Like you should be doing it more. Just do what's possible for you. Especially when you're first starting out. Because remember when I first started out, I had a list of like, I swear to God, like 12 things I was clocking into. And then it got overwhelming. I'm like, I don't know what to clock into anymore. So I had to like really sit down and listen to my intuition. I'm like, which one's actually moving the needle? Which one can I keep up with? And then I started doing that. So anyway, if you're at that point, you're not alone. It happens. Okay, cool. Any questions, guys? Don't be shy. How do we choose the important ones without intuition? This is a hard question for me because I can't really logic my way around anything anymore. I would say you're using your intuition whether you realize it or not. I would go after the one that's like feels like it's going to move the needle the most. Like, for example, I'm making this up, but like if you're building a business and that's like your sole focus, I would focus on business ingredients versus, I don't know, whatever else you're working on. If you want to give me context, I can like look in, but that's how I would logic my way around it. Miss Cam got emotional as fuck during the visualization. I'm wondering if there will be future children in my life. Let me see, Miss Cam. There's definitely a possibility. So the way like when I intuit and when I channel for people, there's different timelines that exist. So how I intuit in like a session or like even in group work, it's people will come to me. So like say for example, you came to me and you're like, I really want a child. I would look on your current field and say, are you a match? Yes or no. And if you're not, then it's like, okay, why are you not a match? And then get you on the timeline that makes you a match to have children. So it's definitely a possibility, right? I would say focus on, you have a belief of, sorry, I'm trying to think how to like put this in human words. Like you can't create anything special and unique in the world, meaning like you don't feel special and unique. So I would really start hammering in like how special and unique you are for just existing, the special and unique qualities that you bring to everyone in your life. If you want to tie it to career, you can, but I would focus about just how special and unique you are as a person. And I know this feels hard sometimes because we grow up and it's like we feel like we have this average like Joe Schmo life. And like in reality, like I tell you guys stories all the time and people always love my personal stories because I'm sharing like the crazy trauma that I went through, but it makes people feel seen. Anyway, my point to that is I'm not saying you necessarily have to share your traumas online, but think about those traumas and how like, were they traumatic? Sure, but how much it taught you and how unique they like it makes you. Like you're still persevering. You didn't let that stuff hinder you and hold you down. You know what I mean? So start connecting with your story and just how unique it is. But that's gonna be your first step for you. Let me know if that makes sense. Miss Marissa, I'm currently focusing on financial ingredients right now and 2 from Self-Image Love Workshop you gave us a couple weeks ago. Oh, yes, perfect. Let me see, Marissa, if those are good for you. Yes, those are good for you too. Honestly, everyone, it tests really high for everyone. If you guys want to all add in like a special and unique ingredient, if you're like capped out, if you're like, Keisha, I don't have space for any more ingredients, that's fine. It's just, it'll benefit everyone. But don't feel like you have to add it or like your life's gonna blow up. That's not the case at all. Patrick, I want to feel safe in social setting, especially with men and in my age and experience, diarrhea and social. I want to find new friendships. I am going to have a job where I will be talkative with so many people my age. Oh, you have a fear. It's around, well, one, you're taking on a lot of energy and that's causing like the anxiety. Two, it's a fear of like being seen. Like it's a, like opening up almost. Like you're almost scared of like people getting too close because like what if they leave type situation. But start connecting, like, Patrick, it's safe to be in a social setting and find examples of why that's true. Like, maybe you went to dinner with your friends and you had a great time and you all shared, like, funny stories. It doesn't matter how small it is. Just start proving to your brain that it is true. It'll take, because you're connected to not feeling safe socially 98%. So it's going to take you a good, like, 8 to 12 weeks to fully shift it. But if you can commit to doing it, like, 2 to 3 times a day, you'll shift it and you'll feel a lot better. Miss Kim, wow, you're so on point and deaf struggling with that. Thank you so much. Oh my God, of course. Yeah, Kim, connect to that one and you will feel like a new person. I went through that as well for, I mean, God, my whole life, but it took me a good like 6 months to shift it because we fall into this loop of like, oh, I'm not special. Like, even with like intuition in my career when I first started, I'm like, everyone does this, but like, is that true? No. Are there people in my life who do it? Sure, but does everyone do it? No. So it's just our perception and kind of shaking up the way we think and reprogramming it and realizing like, oh, we are fucking cool, you know? Marissa, I'm having troubles in finding a job so I can move out and find an apartment. Through wanting to move into a city or downtown, just outside of downtown, and a house. Hold on, I think I read this wrong. I'm having troubles in finding a job so I can move out and, oh, I see what you're saying. Sometimes I read too fast and it doesn't click in my head. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Start for yours connecting to, let me see what's going to help you find a job the quickest, Marissa. Oh, Marissa, okay. Bring your want down for finding a job, which I know sounds silly. It's like, obviously you want a job to like move out and whatever. Bring your want down and it'll make you a match for it quicker and then start connecting to value. And then for you, wondering if you should move to a city like downtown or outside of downtown. Right now, the city test high for you. You're like a 94 for the city. Let me see what you're at for the outside of downtown. Okay, outside of downtown's 96. But like close enough to, you know what I mean? Like a suburb that's still the city, I guess is what I'm getting. And then house or apartment. Apartment test 98. Perfect. Oh, thank you. That makes. Okay, perfect, everyone. Okay, Patrick, actually, how do I rewire the diarrhea response when I'm social? Any tools? No, that's a whole reflection. So the energetic root cause of diarrhea is fear or rejecting an idea. Yours is fear. It's like so much fear causing it. With the ingredient that I just gave you of like feeling safe when you're out, it will stop responding whenever you're out in social situations. But right now it's responding to that emotional imbalance of you feeling fearful whenever you're out in social environments. Okay, everyone, do we have any other questions? Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming today. Oh, wait, hold on. Mia, my daughter preferred to be with her dad than you. Let me see, Miss Mia. Oh, this workshop? Okay, doing what we talked about today in this workshop will actually help with this. She feels very safe in his energy. His energy is very calming. You have the potential to have a calming energy too. You're just very hard on yourself and she picks up on that. But if connect to the ingredients that I gave today, that'll help us a ton. Patrick, by the way, what energy could create short cash? I will be cashier. Short cash. Well, I mean, is it your short cash or you're saying somebody's giving you not enough money? Like, are you short to pay something or is someone short to pay you? It's a little bit different. It'll be tied in, regardless, it'll be tied around to feeling like you don't have enough in one or more areas of life. Or it could be feeling like, no, that's what it is. Feeling like you don't have enough. Miss Twiggy, when do you think I'll be pregnant by, and what do I need to focus on to get there? Let me see, Twiggy. It's time for the current timeline for you right now, Twiggy, is 6 to 8 months. Why I say current timeline is as we shift energy, like as connecting to these ingredients, right? It will shift your energy. So, anyway, timeline for you right now, currently, Twiggy, is 6 to 8 months. Let me see what I need to focus on to get there. You need to focus on hobbies right now. I think I told you this a few weeks ago, like baking or like just doing something creative, even if it's like pottery, painting something. That's going to help you tap into that feminine. And then also connecting to your innate value. Kind of what I was saying earlier of like you're sitting on the couch, what energy are you bringing everyone around you? You're connected to your innate value right now, 48%. So not super low, but like let's bump that to 86%. And then special and unique, let me check that one. You're good there, 86%. So keep doing, if you're doing special and unique stuff, keep doing that. We don't want it to drop because that'll make your, if you drop, it can make your timeline like longer. We don't want that. But if you're looking to speed up your timeline, that's an option too. Patrick, when is your baby coming to this planet, LOL? I'm due May 20th. So I will either have a Taurus. So, okay, May 20th is the last day of Taurus season. So if she comes on time or early, I'll have a Taurus. But if she comes late, I'll have a Gemini. But here's the kicker. I'm a Gemini and Chris is a Taurus, and then Tate is a Scorpio. So it's going to be a house full of personalities nonetheless. Twiggy, oh yes, I started baking more. Yay, I'm glad. Yeah, you're Twiggy, for you, the more you like do crafty things, the more you're like higher self lights up, your soul lights up, and you tap into that feminine energy really well, and it makes you more creative. It gives you business ideas. It makes you not hate Spencer so much. It just makes you have more fun. Oh yay, you started dancing again. I love that. Yay, guys. Okay, well, I enjoyed this so much. We're gonna have another one. I told you guys in 2 weeks. I've got to figure out the calendar because of Thanksgiving, but I promise we'll have another one. It'll be around, I don't know, we may stay on the vein of self-image. We'll see. I'm going to channel what everyone needs to hear and we'll dive in on that vein, but nonetheless, we will keep going. So, yay. Thank you all for coming today, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.